So, Louis, that was Body Paint by the Arctic Monkeys. You were gripping your bottle in a strangely phallic way during that, but I'm not sure you were doing that because you were excited in a...
I am perplexed. I tell you what, to me, it felt more like a song from a musical. It actually, the beginning of it, with the voice was a little bit sort of... What's that? When a man's doing that sort of a woman's voice.
It's falsetto. That's
called. It's a falsetto. It reminded me of... I'm just a sweet transvestite from Transylvania.
Is that the Rocky Horror?
Transsexual, yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I felt like it had a bit of that about it. So that was surprising, because that's not the Arctic Monkeys. So I thought they were like Mancunian lads, you know, like, I thought you looked good on the dance floor. So
they're not from Manchester.
They're not from... Where are they from?
Sheffield, aren't they?
Oh, right, okay.
I bet you look good on the dance floor. I'm going Liverpudlian, I can't say.
What's Sheffield?
What's
Sheffield?
Pulp
from Sheffield.
Pulp from Sheffield, yeah. And stainless steel as well from Sheffield.
I don't know stainless steel.
And our good friend Catherine is also...
yeah. Catherine, who I think might like this podcast, we must get her to...
I think we did send this to her, didn't we? We did, in fact we did.
Did she respond?
Yeah, she did. She liked it, yeah.
There you go.
Because she has excellent taste, as she always has done.
Yes. So that was... I mean, it doesn't rock like...
And that's
like previous.
That's a problem.
That
for
is
you,
a problem
it?
that we've mentioned before.
Does Mozart rock? Or like a really good kind of Beethoven? Does he rock?
Dun 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 dun. Is that Beethoven? Dun 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 dun. I mean, that bit does.
It rocks, yeah.
But it actually, when I was listening to it, I was thinking I could imagine late night. You know, when you're in London and you need a drink. Well, little quiz. Let's bring in another game. Nigel Thomas. You're in London. It's past. It doesn't even be that late. I was going to say late, but past midnight. You want to get a drink. Where do you go? Surprisingly hard in central London.
I'd probably go to the Groucho Club, mate.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, you got a membership, haven't you? Okay, right. Well, if you're not a member of some swanky members club, right? If you're a pleb like the rest of us,
Spanish. I'd see if the Spanish bar's open.
The Spanish bar. They're closed for renovations right now. Where are you going to go?
Okay. There'll be somewhere in Soho. You just walk along like Greek Street, one of those jazz bars.
Right.
You go there probably. It's really good jazz bars there, and there might be in Slimes. Or if not, failing that, just off Carnaby Street, there's the Blues Bar.
Right.
So you got blues or jazz. You're spoilt for choice.
I've never been to either of those. Okay, well,
Louis.
So Ronnie Scott's on the Greek Street. I think I passed that.
Ronnie Scott's in Camden. Yeah. So yeah, I'd go to one of the many places.
Right. Okay. Well.
But where would you go, Lou?
Well, because this is it. This is where I'm leading. Right. Is where I go. My fail-safe go-to is the Charing Cross Theatre Bar.
Oh yeah.
And that you been?
Yeah.
Yeah, as an actor, I imagine you would. Like, it's sort of it's sort of a place where
there's
if you're...
There's a Phoenix Club as well, actually. But it's another good one.
Again, you need to be a member.
Yeah, you can blag it.
I have blagged my way in with my mate Boris by pretending to be a gay couple, and that was sort of...
what? And that gets you in?
That gets you in. Well, at the time, drunk, and that seemed like the best strategy. It did work.
How did you show them you were gay? You were like...
I think we may have held hands. I think we wanted to look like not a threat, not like drunken lager louts. And that's the
so what you're saying, Louis, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you think homosexual people cannot be a threat. That's quite offensive, Louis. I'm offended.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that. Well, in fact, wasn't one of the Cray twins gay? So certainly they can be very threatening. So okay, but if you're it's taken in context. Anyway, speaking of gay hangouts, the Charing Cross Theatre Bar is a place where, if you like a bit of Elton John, there's a guy around grand piano, plays all the sing-along tunes, lots of Elton John and other tunes, and it's all like a lot of like actors who work in the West End will go there after a show, or more likely wannabe actors in the West End. And it's open past midnight, which is the real selling point. And you have a good old sing-song around there. And I imagine this tune would go down well there. It felt a bit Elton John.
Yeah, I was going to say very David Bowie. I think so many groups turn to David Bowie after...
Bowie!
Become David Bowie after a certain point, don't they? I think it's very Bowie. And some strings. I liked it. I think it's...
Well, referencing back to the previous bit, a couple of names which are rising through the baby name ranks. Bowie as a name, and Ziggy.
My friend John's dog is called Bowie, after the late David Bowie.
You see, now, I'm glad you got into the topic of naming dogs, because today I just met your new puppy.
Yes.
Can you tell the listeners the cool... I mean, because you can call your dog anything, so you could call it Bowie. Great name. Call it Ziggy. Call it, Bob Dylan. Whatever. What was the cool name you gave your dog?
Well, it's not a cool name. He is Derek. Derek the pug.
Derek the pug. My name's Nigel, with sort of name that's so bad that no one calls their children that anymore. Right. And I named my dog Derek. Also, I imagine a dying name.
That voice doesn't really lend itself to much comedy coming from you, Louis. I don't mean to be offensive. It's just I just need, as a friend, I need you to know. I know you'd want to know. There's a lot of friends wouldn't tell. They'd probably laugh. They'd force a laugh out and go, "Oh,
the irony!" Because that was my impression of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not called that. It's actually
that surprises me.
The word you need to use for that is that's the housing.
So you don't like Derek's name? I know you don't like my name, but you don't like Derek's name.
It's not the coolest name for a dog. I mean, when you can call it, what my... Oh, actually, okay. For a moment I was going to give away the name of my childhood pet, and then I realised it's one of my security questions for internet banking.
Oh dear.
But let's imagine it was called...
You can give the real name now, is it?
Rocket, right? Rocket. Yeah. Because it boosts into the air. So you could call... you can give you... That's sort of... Isn't the point with pet names that you can give them crazy names?
Well, is it? I think, the definition of being cool is doing what the hell you want, isn't it? And that's just calling it Derek. He is Derek, it's not really... That's it, he's just Derek. We couldn't call him anything else. Could have called him Maximus. Or if I got another pug, I'd call him the Destroyer. Maybe.
Exactly, there you go.
Yeah, but that's just like... What's his name? He's just Derek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, so Arctic Monkeys. Have I told my anecdote about the Arctic Monkeys on this?
I don't know. We'll edit out if not. Okay. Go on then. What's your anecdote?
Once we were filming a short comedy, low-budget comedy film. A friend of a friend worked at some music studio in Soho, which we got for free or something, or like on the cheap on the weekend. So we went in and we were filming around there and pretending to be a band. And they said, look, you can do whatever you like, but whatever you do, don't fuck with the drum kit because it belongs to the Arctic Monkeys. They've been recording in here.
Recording or rehearsing?
Oh, I don't know.
I'd say rehearsing.
But they wouldn't record in a studio in Soho.
What was the studio?
I don't know. Dean Street? I shouldn't name it. Okay. This is allegedly, don't want to get anyone in trouble. Perhaps this never happened and I'm making this up. But anyway, we're in this... And then
I assume this hasn't happened anyway,
exactly. And so we're doing this comedy skit about being in a band, and then I was the drummer, and they're like, "Don't."
I mean, I don't think they'd let you into a studio. That's
I beat the shit out of the Arctic Monkeys. I'm not a drummer, but like we were, faking like playing music, and then I just really got into it. And I was like, hit the shit out of it.
Did you have sticks?
Yeah.
Oh, you had sticks as well. Okay.
Yeah. They were around. So my claim to fame is that I've played on the Arctic Monkeys drum kit. Allegedly, maybe not.
No, your claim to fame is you played probably on a knackered old kit that someone said, probably for a laugh, belongs to the Arctic Monkeys. Did he sell you the finger of Christ as well?
What's that? Oh, right, as in like some
yes.
ancient relic fake, right.
Yeah. It only cost you 30 pieces of silver.
Well, on the topic of the Arctic Monkeys drum, now I feel like that's a big part of the Arctic Monkeys music, like hammering the shit up. But the drums I felt like the drums and guitar only kicked in about halfway through. There was a lot of strings.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like violins. I was like, this is not the Arctic Monkeys. This is that I remember. But they did. I was pleased to see they kicked in the second half, and the second half was my favourite.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably something that you get rewards from future, more lessons. I mean, that's the thing. You have to evolve as a band. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, but if it's...
Otherwise, Otherwise, what do you become? Nickelback. And then where are you?
sort of crowd
Well, you
pleaser
fuck,
and
can't you?
night
That's
out.
it.
And you?
Crowd,
I bet when you were DJing, people used to ask for. I bet they asked for you look good on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You
And I have DJed that, but I've never DJed Nickelback.
Interesting. Have you ever had it requested?
I don't know if I've ever DJ'd anywhere that
Rockstar.
awful.
Who are the ones that? Rockstar. I'm a rockstar. Is that Nickelback?
I've no idea.
The video had like the top half of one body, bottom half of another body.
Let's do another song. We've been talking about David Bowie, and this got me thinking. And let's do the latest David Bowie that we can listen.
Okay.
His latest release. He hasn't done anything this year.
Now this one's called Dark Star, isn't it? Black Star.
Well, we can listen to Black Star. Have you heard that?
Nope.
You haven't heard Black Star?
No.
Okay.
But what's his latest? Has he released one since? I thought Dark Star was like the one he released before he died.
No, it was the day. I think he released it the day before he died, didn't he?
Yeah. So how can there be a new one since Dark Star? Is he releasing music from the?
No. I'm saying there isn't. He hasn't.
Oh, right.
He's dead. He can't release.
Right.
That's why I said he hasn't released anything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's listen to. It's the first one. Yeah, Black Star. This is Black Star by the late, and by late I mean dead.
Dead.
And he is great. David Bowie. Black Star for you, Louis. Enjoy.